Welcome to the show.
Right in the
Coffee
morning,
with Nikkie.
right
In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way.
right in the morning.
Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Coffee with
Wake
Nikkie.
up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding and we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding and we riding, yo.
Live and welcome to Coffee with Nikkie, your daily cup of information and inspiration. You already know what to do. Soon as you walk in, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to click subscribe. Now grab your pen, your pad, and your coffee because it's time to get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Wake up everybody in the morning. I'm just joking. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is an amazing day, right? Today is an amazing day. For some of us, it means that the weekend is here. For some of us, it means that it's just another, just another day. But we are day 4 into the challenge. So we are only one away. So we're more than halfway through. And so everybody who is doing the challenge, I want to shout you out. I want to shout you out and I want to celebrate you. So congratulations on being consistent and keeping up with the challenge. So let's get into who's in the building. Oh, before we get into who's in the building, I am Miss Nikkie, your dean of Bubble Babes University and host of Coffee with Nikkie, your daily cup of information and inspiration. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? You already know what to do. Soon as you walk in the room, make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up button and run up them likes, y'all, because the numbers got to match. The number of people in the room's got to match the likes. So I need y'all to run them likes up, y'all. So let's see who we have in the building. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Betty Rose is first in the building, I see. So she says, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and highly favored. Happy Friday. The madness ends today. Let freedom reign. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just happy. I'm in tears. Come on, freedom. Come on, freedom. We love our freedom, don't we? Yes, we do. Let me see. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Okay, so Jasmine says, good morning. Happy Friday. This has truly been a blessed week. Come on, blessings. Jasmine says, that is awesome, Betty Rose. I love a good cry of happy tears. Yes, happy tears are the best. Mine came Tuesday when I passed my licensing exam. Yes, Jasmine. Yes. Congratulations. Go Jasmine. Whoop, whoop. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Melissa says, congratulations, Jasmine. Deltra's in the building. Deltra said, good morning and happy Friday. Ms. Lloyd said, good morning. I'm blessed. That's for sure. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Let's see. Naomi's in the building. She said, good morning. I'm awake, alive, and feeling a little down right now. Oh no, why, Naomi? Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda said, good morning, tribe. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech says, good morning, everyone. Deltra says, congratulations to you, Jazz. And Jazz says, thank you. Good morning, Yolanda. Well, good morning, Yolanda. I said, good morning, Yolanda. She said, congratulations, Jasmine. If you're a seller on Etsy, they're offering $5 off of $25 or more orders. $25 or more for all customers at Etsy's expense. Oh, okay. Let's get it. Let's go. Loving the green, Nikki. Thank you. I gotta fix it. Thank you. I was wearing green at the first part of the year, right? I said I'm going to be wearing green. Green is representative of money. So I'm going to be wearing green all year. So, every day I was wearing green, but then we got off the green and then we got into all of the colors. So we're embracing it all. But thank you for the look at this. I gotta fix it. I'm fixing the wrong one. All right. Let me see. Hit the thumbs up. Yes, hit the thumbs up. Yes, yes, and yes. Thank y'all. One more exam left. You got this, Jasmine. You got it. You're welcome, Betty Rose. I'm happy that you're happy. Yes, love that for you. Yes, indeed. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And we got Lakeisha Keisha in the house this morning. And so we know it's super early over there because she's on the West Coast. So good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. She said, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I am always blessed. Yes, indeed. You are always blessed. We have more congratulations for you, Jasmine, from Ms. Lois. Yes, the green is popping. Ayy. Lakeisha Keisha says, congratulations, Jasmine. Naomi says she got some bad news. Okay. And I'm having a hard time swallowing it. Got you, got you, got you. So we're gonna say a prayer for you, Naomi, that you are I don't know exactly what it is, but we're gonna say a prayer for you, just to help comfort you and guide you through this moment. So let's just say a little quick moment. Amen. Amen. Good morning, cousin, the best moderator on earth. I can't snap with rings on. Look, I'm popping them off. Popping them off. I can't snap with rings. I can't snap with fingernails. Like, I can't have anything on my hands. Anything. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So cousin said, congratulations, Jasmine. Yes, best moderator on earth. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, y'all. So again, we are on day 4. Day 4. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I want to know how you guys felt about doing the challenge so far. Have you noticed anything so far? Do you have more engagement now? What's going on? What do you see? And I'm not saying it's like some magic trick, because it's definitely not a magic trick, right? It's just something for you to stay consistent. It's just something so that you can get more engagement on your channel, and it's or your page, and it's also for you to be building relationships with your customers, right? And also showing that there's some level of transparency for your business so that they can see, and get to know who you are. It's all about building relationships. That's what we said. September is all about relationship building. And so did you notice anything different with this social media challenge so far? Let me know in the chat. Have you noticed anything different in your social media so far? Is it improving? Is it the same and you don't notice anything? Do you feel differently when you're producing content? Do you feel more confident when you're you're creating your content? Do you feel like you're not so stuck and you're not overthinking so much? Let me know what you're thinking in the chat. Let me know how this is going for you. Okay, so Chantel said this challenge is everything. This challenge is everything. Okay, so Big Meech says, oops, wrong one. Big Meech says, I noticed that people don't respond to polls or questions for me. You know why? Because there's not enough engagement. There's not enough engagement. And so you need to check and see on your stories, are people looking at your stories? So then you may want to put that into a post instead of your stories, because if they're not engaging with you on your stories, and if you don't see that there's no traffic, then that may be a reason why. She said, I only got one question. Got you. So you got to make sure that you are paying attention to that as well. Chantel said, I got a lot of engagement. I got a lot of engagement in my IG stories poll. Good, 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 good. And so we know that if we know that people are responding to that, then let's do some more of that, but not all the time, right? But sprinkle it in there. Sprinkle it in there when you need to. Okay, let me see. Thank you, cousin. Got a prayer for you. Cousin got a prayer. All right. She says, God, we come before you asking that you send your angels of comfort to Naomi. We don't know what the problem is, but please give her the strength during this time. Let her know she is not alone. Amen. 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 Thank you, cousin. Thank you, cousin. Yes. I asked non-product related questions and they engaged. Good. Good, good, good. People are seeing my stories. Um, let me see something. Let me just check around something really fast. A day, two. All right. So how much in okay, so how much engagement do you normally get on your stories, Michi? How much engagement do you normally get? Miss Zelcher said, I'm noticing that people like to hear your backstory. Absolutely, they do. They do. They do. They want to know what happened. They want to know what was going on. They want to know the reason behind the reason. And people really care about those things. And so finding different ways to finding different ways to tell your story is going to be great, because now you're showing a different aspect of your life, or you're showing, you're telling them more and they have more insight. And so now you're a little bit more relatable. You're more real to them. A lot of the times you don't believe certain things in companies because it just seems like a company. It doesn't seem like a person, you know what I'm saying, or people. It just seems like a company and a machine, and you don't get the human aspect of it. So yes, yes, and yes, y'all hit the thumbs up. Y'all hit the thumbs up. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Michi to tell me about the engagement, um you guys are telling me what you're learning, right? So what are you going to do differently moving forward when this challenge is over? What are you going to be doing differently? What are you going to be doing differently when this challenge is over? Like the top thing is for everybody and myself is to be more consistent. Is to be more consistent with the posting and be intentional with what I'm posting, right? Be intentional with me doing something that is going to help share um my product out, and also brand recognition, right? We want people to understand and know our brand. We want people to get to know us. And so posting random stuff that is not going to, contribute to that goal, then I'm going to start eliminating certain things. You know what I mean? Because they are not contributing to the success of my channel, nor is it contributing to sales on my website. So certain things have got to go. And then you also have to know one key thing is ask for the sale. One key thing is send them somewhere, tell them to do something, because you'll be able to measure these things and you'll know, okay, so if I got a sale, let's look and see if I got some sales from social media. Let's look and see if I got some traction in my insights. Did I get more followers? Do I have more engagement? You may not have gotten more followers, but you may have gotten more engagement. And so which one is, what did you want to do? Did you want more followers? Did you want more engagements? Did you want both? Like, are you driving people to the page? And those are the things that we are going to have to consider when we are building our platforms, right? So let me see. Anybody want to share? Anybody want to share? Okay, so Yolanda says, yes, I need to be more consistent with more engagement. Yes, you do. And you got such beautiful products that I have never seen that the world needs to see. So we need to get these products out there, Yolanda. We need to get these products out there. So I did decide that I am going to be doing audits. So we're going to have a $50 Fridays, $50 Friday. So if you would like for an audit to be done on your page, DM me and just put audit. And so Instagram, I am going to help you with your insights. We're going to revamp your page and we are going to work on strategy. So we're going to have you a consistent calendar for you, a consistent content calendar and strategy for you to start posting so that you can start measuring what's going on with your page so you can hit the goals that you want to get. So if you're interested in the audit, please DM me audit, right? And we're gonna get it together. I'm checking. Sorry, working too. Got you. It's okay, Meech. I don't have that many followers to have more engagement. Then we need to bring the followers to you, Yolanda. We need to bring them. And how are we gonna bring them? These rings got me making noise. Maybe I'll hit my hand on this notebook so you can't hear so much. Yeah, so we need to bring the followers to you. So we got to get it going. And that's okay. That's okay, because we all have to start somewhere. There's transformation and everything. We all have to start from somewhere, right? Everybody starts from zero. So we're good with that. Trina, it's okay. Good morning, Trina. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So Trina says also she doesn't have that many followers to have more engagement. So now again, we're going to have to bring the followers. And so we're going to have to get our strategy together and get more consistent with our posting, and also using the keywords, and also hashtagging. Even though they tell us hashtagging is dead, we're going to still hashtag until they say for sure, hashtags are not working. That's when we're not going to hashtag anymore. Yes, we're going to fix some things, we're going to work on some things, and we're going to make sure everything looks the way it needs to look so that our brand is consistent through across the board. Yes, yes, and yes, y'all. Okay, so my reach is 30 or less on average for stories. I don't have that many followers either. Okay, so we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. So maybe next week we'll do something like that. We'll add a different kind of challenge, right? We'll do a different challenge. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today we are going to be talking about, before we get into behind the scenes, because that's what day 4 is, I want to know, did you guys put ones in the chat? Did you catch yesterday's live last night? Live in a session studio with Ashley, and she gave everything. She didn't leave anything behind. She threw it on the floor for y'all. She left everything on the floor for y'all about her journey into Whole Foods. And Ashley is in 74 Whole Foods stores. 74. And not only is she in 74 Whole Foods stores, but she was able to get all of her products out with a short staff of 3, which is her husband, and her daughter, mainly her. And she got it all out there, and she shared her story. She shared how she did it. She shared every single aspect of her getting into Whole Foods. So how did you guys enjoy it? Matter of fact, first of all, before I ask you how you enjoyed it, I want to know if you caught it last night. So put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. That show is no longer available. It is now in the Honor Society. So if you want to watch the replay or anything, it is in the Honor Society. All of our whenever we go live on Thursdays, we usually take them and we put them in the vault if you're new here and you don't know. So the the replay is now available in the Honor Society, and you have access to that to watch it as many times as necessary, to take notes, transcribe, whatever it is that you need to do in order for you to get the information that you need from that video. It is available for you there. Right? So let me check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. All right. Yolanda said yes, and yes. Okay, so we got the ones in the chat. The cousin said last night's class was bomb. All right, Ashley is amazing. We got ones in the chat. Wow, that was so good. It gave me a different perspective and insight on how I want to move the direction in my business. Got you. 2, I was not home in time. Okay, but you could have caught the replay, Meech. You could have caught the replay. The replay went into the Honor Society at about like 9 o'clock this morning. 9 o'clock this morning. But yesterday's show was so good. She said, like, what was the key takeaways for you? What was something that stood out for you in the show? Let me know. I'm gonna tell you, the first thing was make sure that you have the money that you need, because you're going to have to purchase all of these things before you actually can see the money from your from the store, right? You're going to have to do that ahead of time, and so you're going to have some funding, and then you want to make sure that you are my phone's going on. You want to make sure that you are able to get the products and stuff out on time. So yeah, those are my not only my 2 takeaways, but those are some things that really resonated with me, is to make sure that you have the money. Or she said, don't be afraid to do crowdfunding. Don't be afraid to rally up your family and friends and say, this is what you're trying to do. And especially, I think, when she was talking about it last night, I was like, you know what? it may not be such a bad thing when you're trying to raise funds for, for you to get into the store, and you're letting people know. You don't have to necessarily say which particular stores you're getting into, because you just don't know people's energy, and I just don't like to tell people stuff before I do something, because I just don't know other people's intentions. I know what my intentions are, and I don't know if you're giving me this loan, or this loan out of love. You giving it to because you care. You giving it to me begrudgingly. Like, I don't know. Are you secretly hating? Like, I don't know. And so I like to, like, not say anything until after it's done. That way nobody else's energy is on. Nobody else's negative energy is on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you could say, we're doing this. I'm trying to get into whatever. You could say, I want to get into stores, but I need to have the capital, da 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 da. And I think people love to help, and in the essence that, oh, we helped you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you finally get there, you can be like, we did this. We did this. I want to thank you to all my family members and friends. They helped me get here, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So, and it makes everybody feel like a sense of pride that they contributed, even if they gave you $5, even if they gave you $10 to help, right? Because that's all they had. No matter what it is that they gave in order to help you get to the next level, when once you get there and you're like, we did it, it's going to feel so good for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the things that I picked up when she was talking about that yesterday. So let me see what you guys are saying. Chantel says, I have heard a lot of people talk about being in stores, but never as raw and unfiltered as Ashley. She was great. Okay. Okay, yes, indeed. She said she was not holding back. She said she loved doing it, and she was going to give every single thing. And she also said she had a really good time. And if you guys are interested in a part two, that we can revisit it next month, and we can do a part two. So that way you can ask any questions that you may have. You may want to know, certain things about it. Maybe we didn't go too far into certain things. If you want to know more, she said she'll even know more. So yeah. So let's see. Deltra says she got be persistent, follow up, and get your rest. Get your rest is number one, right? Get your rest. She was so open and honest. I appreciated it. Yes, yes, and yes, she definitely was. Um, Let me tell you, she's the real deal. She's the real deal. We go back sometime, and she is for real, for sure, the real deal. The real deal. Um, Good morning, Laura. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Melissa said last night was great. My key takeaway is relationship building with foragers or buyers is important. Yes, yes, and yes. So she's making sure that she is keeping the top of mind. Keep top of mind, remember, because you don't want your stuff to go by the wayside. And like she said she know that she's like, I might be annoying them, but I'm asking every single question. Don't be afraid. And that was another thing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. If you don't know something, you don't know something. And so in order for you to know it, instead of acting like you know it, ask the questions so that you can actually know what you're doing and what direction you need to go in, what needs to be fixed, what can you tweak. Like those things are important, but you can't act like you know everything. So that was another thing, because usually a lot of the times when we get somewhere and we don't understand something, we don't want to look like we're inexperienced. This is what she said. You don't want to look like you're inexperienced, and so you're acting like you're understanding, and you really don't understand the process of how to do it, but you're going to act like it because you're going to fake it till you make it. And then you could actually ask, because people really want to help you. Well, sometimes, not all the times, but people really want to help you, especially if they're in a position to help. They want you to do better. They want to see you grow. And in order for you to grow, you have to ask those questions, right? In order for you to be successful, you have to ask those questions. And so that was another key takeaway that I got from that too. So yeah, do y'all want a part two? Put part two in the chat. Y'all want a part two? Let me know in the chat. Part two, part two, part two. Part two, part two, part two. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And did y'all go and see I was gonna post on the stories because I do have a conditioner in my shower. So I was gonna show you guys, but I forgot. I forgot. Yesterday I was so exhausted. I was so exhausted I was doing my photo shoots. I was doing all kinds of stuff yesterday. It was an extremely long day. I underestimated my day. And so by the time I got off live, I was like, oh yeah, I'm tired. Oh yeah, I'm tired. Good morning, Tamara. Good morning. Yes. All right. So I will schedule her for next month so we can do a part 2. So y'all make sure y'all have y'all questions ready. And as you can see, she answered everybody's questions. You know what I mean? She didn't hide anything. She didn't gatekeep. Everybody's question was answered. She shared information with you guys. Like it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah. So we're gonna be on deck for part 2. So I'll send her a message today and let her know. And let's book it. Let's book it. All right. So today we're doing behind the scenes content. Behind the scenes, this is an easy day, right? Everybody has behind the scenes in their camera roll, on their camera roll, right? I know for sure every single person in here who has their business together, you have behind the scenes. And even if your business is not together and you're building it, you have you trying to make something, you have you doing certain things that you could use for the behind the scenes, right? And so we're not going to make it difficult. We're not going to make it overcomplicated. We're not going to do all of that. We're going to simplify it and get it done, right? And so the reason why we do behind the scenes is because that level of transparency. Remember, we were talking about somebody who makes the great food and the pets and the things and all kinds of dirty kitchens and pets on the counter walking by the food and doing all those type of things. Remember, so we have that level of transparency so they know if you are talking about your the quality of your product being amazing, you want to share why the quality and how can they see that the quality is amazing. You want to let them know that they can get in on this too. And so we're going to show you behind the scenes. Everybody loves a behind the veil kind of thing, right? You love the footage of Michael Jackson's behind the scenes when you can see the funny side of him, when you can see him messing up, when you can see that he's not so perfect and that just different things is happening, just how he interacts with people and just the love and things like that that he shows his team, or different things like that. You like to see the behind the scenes of things. Like I told you before, when I was getting into makeup, I like to see the behind the scenes. I want to see how you hold the brush. I want to see how you dip your brush in the products. I want to know why you do certain things. I want to see you laughing and joking. Why? Because that humanizes you. Why? Because it just makes me feel like I can relate to who you are, right? And so this is why we are doing, and this is why we do behind the scenes, so people can see the process. Also, they can respect the process. They also can respect the fact that you have a 10-step process into creating a certain kind of body oil, or that you are using herbs and oils and certain types of things, and there's a process, and they need to see that. They need to see the fact that I freeze, and this is me speaking for me. I freeze my milk before I make soap. I make my soap from scratch. It's important for you to see every part of me making my soap. Why? Because I could say I make soap from scratch, but I could also be using a base saying that's from scratch, right? That's not the truth, right? Because if you're using the base from scratch, all I'm doing is chopping up the brick, melting it down in a microwave or a double boiler, and I'm pouring it into a mold, coloring the fragrances. That's not the same. So my process is a whole lot different. And so I'm showing you behind the scenes of my process because my process is going to show you the quality of my product. My behind the scenes is going to show you the difference, why I stand apart, why we're not the same when we're making certain products, right? And that's because I do different things. And yes, they may be the same thing, but the way that we got there is not going to be the same. And so you want to share that with your customers as well, right? Again, it's a transparency element, and also it humanizes you, and people love to see people working. It's satisfying. That's what everybody says. It's satisfying. It's so satisfying, and they want to see that type of stuff. People say all the time, "Oh, I love to see when you you are making soap. I love to see when you are packaging certain things. They like to see that because I don't know what the satisfying part of it is, but they love it. Again, I tell you, I watch the NPC girls, right? I like to watch them, and it's stupid, but I love to watch them. Is it satisfying? I'm assuming so, right? And so packaging is satisfying. ASMR is satisfying. It's aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So people love those type of things. So give them what they want. It's provocative. Get the people going. Get the people going. All right. So Trina said, "Yep, I did mine this morning." All right. Michi said, "Yep, I edited the video already. I have to do a voiceover. Sounds like a plan." Oh, and part two, so I could catch it. Okay. Okay, got you. Does the behind the scenes have to be of you making your product? No, no, no. I seen you doing behind the scenes of you making your mugs. So that's perfect too. You could do a whole bunch of different things, right? And so that's we're about to talk about that right now. So that was a good tie into what we're about to talk about. You could do certain types of videos which everybody loves, right? A day in the life type of video, your daily vlog type video, packaging orders, the rustling and the sounds of the papers and the things like that, organizing, planning out your day, just doing the day in the life of an entrepreneur life, or mom life, or whatever it is. All of those type of videos, they get a lot of views on YouTube and social media. People really love to see those type of things. Why people want to see somebody make coffee, I don't know. I even told Melissa, I was like, oh my god, that Melissa made coffee on one of her videos, and I was like, oh, it looks so good. And she was like, oh yeah, it tastes so good too. And I sat there and watched this whole thing. She's making coffee, but I sat there and I watched it. And I think I watched that video twice. I watched the video twice. Why? Because it was satisfying to watch her make coffee for whatever reasons. So they love when you getting your day together, making breakfast, setting up your workspace, getting ready to work. They love those type of videos, especially other entrepreneurs love, they could respect the fact that they're watching somebody else's behind the scenes, especially if it's for inspiration, especially if they know that, oh, okay, so my space look like that, I'm good too. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things work well. So behind the scenes videos about your morning routine, get ready with me, getting yourself together to get into the office, setting up your station so that you can start working, a day in the life as an entrepreneur, a daily vlog, packaging orders, organizing, planning, going to the post office, and just kind of like doing a whole smorgasbord of what your day is. So you can have little bits and elements of everything throughout the whole entire day. Now, does it have to be done in the same day? No. Can you grab some videos that you've done previously? Absolutely. Put it all together. Edit that together. They don't know it's not the same day. Put it together. And if you know that there's certain things that you do in a day that you didn't tape today, but you taped another day, put it in the video. Put it in the video, right? But don't overthink it. Don't do too much. You got some stuff in your camera roll. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yesterday, I did a little behind the scenes when I was in my stories. I did behind the scenes. I was sharing with you guys how you don't necessarily have to book out a room in order for you to get the ambiance you need for your photos, right? Or for your video or for your content. I showed you that I got some Dollar Tree plastic tiles that I put on a foam board that I spray painted gold, and usually that is my backsplash. And then I had a white foam board at the bottom, which was my counter. I took those two boards, I took it outside where the lighting was amazing, and I showed you guys that, this is what around the photo looks like. But when I am taking the photo, you don't see all of this. All you need to see is what I have here, right? And so that was me showing you behind the scenes of how I get my content from my photos, or I get my content from my products, right? Let me see. I would have loved to do an ASMR, but you hear my family in the background, including the TV. I had a video that would have been so satisfying, but my office is in the living room. My office is in my living room, and sometimes it's noisy when there's nobody home. Is there anybody home now, Meech? Are you do work from home, right? I think you do. If nobody is home right now, on your lunch break, or when you get a little 15-minute break, I would go ahead and do something. Plan it out before you get there so that you're not trying to figure out what you're gonna do and waste your time for your 15 minutes or your break. And so you're not wasting your time trying to figure out what to do. You'll kind of know what kind of direction you need to go into. But yeah, I would think about it and do it that way. I would do it that way. So the next thing is you can also show you if you have a new product that you're making. I've also done lots of videos of me with my fall preview, which is supposed to showcase at 12 o'clock, and it's going to 12 o'clock noon. I have a lot of behind the scenes. I'm showing you behind the scenes of how I got a shot. I'm showing you how I made certain things. There's what else did I do? I think that's about it. But if you want to showcase you making a new thing, you can go ahead and do that. Or just anything. What goes into me making, or what goes into me designing my tumblers. This is Michi. What goes into me designing my t-shirts, right? Yolanda, how I get the swirls in my lotion. How do I get such pretty tops on my candles or whatever, right? Or how do I smooth out sinkholes in my candles? How do I, like, those type of things behind the scenes? You could show yourself like, oh, I just created a batch of beautiful candles. I just created this beautiful batch of candles, and guess what? I have sinkholes. So I'm going to show you guys how I get rid of those sinkholes, because I don't want to ship my candles to you with sinkholes in the candle, right? And so this is what I do so I can make sure that your tops are nice and smooth. Behind the scenes, people like, oh, when they can respect your smooth tops when they get it, right? They'll respect the game. And so you can show them things like that, right? The way you label stuff, behind the scenes of me labeling stuff, behind the scenes of me sanitizing my containers, behind the scenes of anything that you got going on, you could definitely do. Behind the scenes of me getting ready to do a reel, right? How many times you mess up when you do a reel, right? That's going to resonate with somebody, right? It's going to resonate with everybody here in this room, because we do the same thing. We do the same thing. Again, I'll tell you, a quick little 10-second video took me about 15 minutes, because I had to keep going back, because I mess up, right? And so it makes you relatable, right? It makes you real. You could do meet the team if you want to do something like that. If you have a team and you want people to meet the team, if you do a meet the team, and a funny way to do a meet the team is like how Ashley was like, I am the team, right? And she was like, I'm the accountant, I'm the this, I'm the that. And you can do different parts. Like, you can show yourself being all of the people, but you're the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say, this is me being the accountant. You could probably change your shirt, put on a hat. This is me being, whatever. And then you could put on an apron, and you could say, this is me being the maker. And then you could put on some glasses and say, this is me being the businesswoman or the social media manager or whatever, right? You could do something funny like that. People love humor. People love humor. Everything does not have to be serious all the time. Everything don't have to be so serious, and everything don't have to be always about business, even though it does come back to business. But everything doesn't have to just be like that, because then you don't want to give off that air of, I'm cold, or I'm just this, I'm just that, right? They need to see more of the human element in your business. Yes? Let me know if y'all with me. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me know if you're with me. You can also show your workspace. So if you want to do a tour of your workspace, that's also another behind the scenes that you can do. So you have quite a few different ways that you can do your behind the scenes. But don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just let it flow. Just let it flow and let it go. And also, just one key thing is to make sure that the quality of your video is good. Make sure the quality of your sound is good. Make sure, we can see what's going on. We can hear what's going on. Because people do not like videos that are not clear, or they have to fight to understand if they don't understand you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that everything is clear, good to go. Yes? Work while everyone is sleeping. Okay? Yes. Those reels crack me up. I'm telling you, right? And people will engage with that. People will definitely engage with that. And they'll be like, girl, I thought you was telling me to meet your whole team. You the team? I sure am. You know what I'm saying? People will respect that. They do it with the Full House theme song. Right. Yes. Do it. Do it, especially if it's trending. Especially if it's trending. Right? So y'all with me so far? So we already know we're building relationships, right? So the reason why we're doing behind the scenes content is because it builds trust. It engages your audience and you want them to be engaging with you. It makes you stand out apart from anybody else. Again, use the example of me making my soap and how I show you the process of me making my soap, because people that don't make their soap like this don't look like this. And some people don't show their process. And that'll make me different, right? This strengthens brand loyalty. People they'll advocate for you because they know, yo, her products are dope. I seen her make her soap. Like, she makes the soap. You know what I'm saying? People really, like, they really go hard for you like that. Or like, because Zeltra's the last comment. Oh, I seen her make her candle vessels, and oh my gosh, I saw the process. Her process is, you know what I'm saying? People will advocate for you. And if you think that they won't, I'm telling you, they will. They will. Once they see like all that goes into it, and they're already supportive, they're gonna speak up for you. They're gonna speak up for you, right? I went live this morning and the sound sucks. I'm gonna redo it. Got you. Um, well, good job going live, Miss Deltra. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So the building trust factor, remember we talked about the chef and the pets, right? And so I need to know that your area is sanitize. I need to know that your product is quality. I need to know, you're just letting them know. I'm showing you maybe me packaging orders. I'm showing you I'm going to the post office and I'm sending out your products and I'm appreciating you and I'm thanking you and all of that. People like to see that type of stuff, right? And so I don't want you guys to overcomplicate it. So the first things first is you want to make sure that you plan ahead. Schedule out what you want to do. Not schedule it out, but just plan out what kind of content you want to create. Like, what's important for you for you to send out to the audience, right? You want them to know what about your product. Do you want to know do you want them to know the process of how you did it? Do you want them to know how you wrap it so that they are feeling secure about when you ship it to them and that they won't receive it broken? Do you want them to know that there's a process that it takes for you to infuse your oils? Do you want them to know that it's a different type of gold that you use that you can't find? It's only mined in certain place. Like, whatever that story is for you. I'm making stuff up, but whatever that story is for you, do something where you can show the difference of why your product is so amazing, right? And figure that out. And once you figure out where you want to go with that, then you'll be able to say, okay, my goal is to show me making t-shirts. So that's what your behind the scenes is going to be about. You don't want your goal to be I'm gonna show you how I make t-shirts and you making tumblers and it don't match the plan, right? So you want to make sure that whatever you're planning to do, you get it together, right? Always authenticity. You always want to be you. Whatever that is, you're going to be you everywhere you go. And so in order for it to come off genuine, you got to be real. I'm not going to come on and speak to you in my telephone voice, because then you're going to be like, I don't get it. Who's this person? Do she work with you? Is she wearing one of those hats? Like, where's this girl coming from? Right? And so I'm gonna be as real as I can all the time. I'm gonna in my when I'm speaking, I'm always very animated. I'm very like, oh yeah, I'm very New York. You hear all of that. And that's what I give you. I'm not going to give you, I'm the professional in Manhattan, because I'm not, right? I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you the real me all the time. And that is what people want to see. That's what people want to see. Again, a lot of the times, you guys were saying that people thought that you were not as funny as you are. You were not as uh easy to come talk to. You're not warm, right? And so people were thinking these things, and that's not who you are. You want people to see different aspects of who you are, right? So be authentic. Don't get wrapped up in the fact that you're trying to be perfect. Put something out there that's quality, and don't worry about it being perfect. The videos that are not perfect are the videos that perform the best. The content that you put out there that is not perfect usually performs the best. Especially, you could put all this planning and all this time into creating a piece of content that you think is going to go over well, and it doesn't go over well at all. Sometimes it bombs, right? And I'm like, oh, this is so great, this is so great, and I put it up, and then people like, it's crickets. People don't engage. They don't they don't say anything about it. Maybe they didn't see it, and maybe it's me and I'm overthinking. But sometimes that content doesn't do well, and sometimes the content that I just throw on, or I'm not even thinking about, I put that up, and it's 10,000 views or 4,000 views. I'm like, I didn't even think. I just threw this video up. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's about that. So you don't want to overthink your content, and because if you start overthinking your content, then it's going to stop you from putting it out, because you're going to second guess every single thing that you're doing. You don't want to second guess anything that you're doing. Just go ahead. You feel that it's quality, put it up, right? Don't worry about it being perfection. Everything, there's no such thing as perfection, right? There's no such thing as perfection. So just make sure it looks good, make sure it sounds good, make sure everything's spelled right, and then put it out there. Don't worry about, oh, I might not be saying this right. I may not be saying, I might not be talking to this person correctly. I need this camera angle to do that. You don't need all of that, right? Just make sure that the only thing that you need is the impact. You need the video to hit. That's what you need. You need the video to hit the goals and hit the points that you want to hit, right? That's it. That's all you need. So don't worry about being a perfectionist. Let that go out the door. Let it go out the door, and make sure you're telling your story and you're engaging. You guys, when you were telling your the first day when you guys were telling your story, you guys were so good that, and you wrapped me into the story. Like, I was really going with you guys in your story, and I was like, oh wow, you know what I mean? So make sure you're storytelling. If you're doing behind the scenes of you creating something, talk about the process of you doing it. Talk about, this is the way I like to do blah 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 blah. Well, I've learned on my travels, or I've learned while, making soap, this is how I like to do things. This is the process that I like to use. I don't like to use this process. I like to use this process because of blah 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 blah. But you could tell a story, or you could say, you know what, I remember the time when I was making candles, and I had all my candle cards out, and my 4-year-old came in and put crayons all over my candle care cards, and I was so mad. But I was like, you know what? I was letting my child be artistic. I'm just throwing things out there being crazy, right? I just let my child be artistic, and sometimes things happen, and sometimes we gotta put a little crayon on the walls and the whatever, right? And it makes it funny. It makes it like, okay, so this is real life. It makes it relatable to them, right? And it's like, oh, okay, all right, girl, I see what you're doing. I see you. That's what you want. That's what you want. Also, you're engaging with your customers, and again, be funny. Be funny. If you are funny, be funny. Don't be fake funny. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. But be who you are. Be who you are. If I'm making mistakes, I'm gonna tell you I'm making mistakes. If I'm saying I'm fun, how many times y'all heard about me with them nails? You hear about me with the rings. Like, when I get on and I start doing my content, sometimes I'm not joking all the time or whatever, because I don't want you to think I'm a joke. But I'm still authentic, right? I'm still me. You're like, oh, I can still see Nikki in that, right? Or I'll say something sassy because I'm very sassy, right? So those things are me, and I bring that to, again, I am the same person in front of the camera, away from the camera, and with people, without people. I'm still the same person. People need to see that about you as well. Again, you want to make yourself relatable to your folks. Yes? You want to make yourself relatable to your folks. And let me see what else I have in here. So I got some actionable steps for y'all. Actionable steps. This, if you want. Remember, we're talking about content. We're talking about you having a consistent content schedule, and about you being consistently posting, and maybe some days you need your day to be, this is a thing that I'm going to do. So this may be one of the days that you dub behind the scenes whatever day you choose, right? You may want to say Tuesdays are for behind the scenes, or Sundays is for behind the scenes, because I'm resetting my week. So I'm letting you guys see me getting myself together for the week ahead. That could be what, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it a little bit and then use whatever you have, and you can make this a day. So that way you're not overthinking your content on what I'm going to put on this particular day. I know that Tuesdays are going to be my behind the scenes days. I know that Saturdays are going to be my Q&A days. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, this will make it easier for you to create your content without you overthinking about what I'm going to post up. Right? So let me know if y'all with me. But one's in the chat, one's in the chat, one's in the chat. One's in the chat if y'all with me. All right. So highlight whatever you want to highlight. What part of the journey do you want to share? What behind the scenes do you want to share? Right? Like, do you want to share you making a product? Do you want to share you wrapping up the product? Do you want to share going to the post office? Do you even want to share your day? What part of your process, your behind the scenes process, do you want to share? Right? Create your calendar. Again, this is something you could put for a particular day. You could put for a particular day. So you want to do behind the scenes on Tuesday, do it on Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you want to do it. Create you a calendar so that you know this is what I'm doing. It'll be easy for you to create that content, right? Or even if you did it all in a day, batch it out. Separate that content. It'll be easy for you to separate that one piece of content because you know these are the categories that I'm putting them in for the days of the week, and that'll make it easier. It'll be a one video and that you break down into 5-7 days, however many days you need to break it down to. And you could use that. It's not overthinking. You don't have to create content every day. You don't have to worry about what you're going to shoot every day. You don't have to think about voiceovers every single day, because you can do all of that in one day when you figure out the days of the week for your calendar, or the topics that you want for the days of your week, and you could break that one video down into that, right? So just let the video go and break that down. Again, make it easy. Don't overthink it. You do not have to create content every single day. Write that down. I do not have to create content every single day. You can structure out your schedule. You could plan out your schedule. You could do all of that ahead of time. So you're not thinking about what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, today I don't have content. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I don't have this today. No. Just create that one video and make it happen from that. Make it happen from that, right? Nobody is going to judge you. Your customers are not going to say, "Oh, that's the video from the day that you did blah 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 blah." They're not going to do that. I repurpose content every single time. Every single time I'll go down my timeline and see what I have, and I'll go down a little far and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to redo this. Maybe I'll change, my voiceover. Maybe I'll do a voiceover. Maybe I'll add music. Maybe I'll speed it up. Maybe I'll do a tutorial. Maybe I'll walk you through something. Maybe you could change it up and do whatever you want. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Right? Engage with your audience. Yes, it definitely does, Trina. Definitely does help you to keep it organized. Engage with your audience. My battery is about to die again. All right. So we're going to get it together. Engage with your audience. Measure monitor your analytics. So you want to know what kind of content is hitting, right? And let me just go ahead and change my battery and then continue, because I don't like talking with pressure. It's giving me pressure, and I'm not about the pressure.
Welcome to the show.
Right in the morning with Nikkie.
In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way.
Right in the morning.
Just put your mind to it.
Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm yawning. Brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikki, oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's Coffee with Nikki, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
We are live and welcome to Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. You already know what to do. Soon as you walk in, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to click subscribe. Now grab your pen, your pad, and your coffee because it's time to get it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, y'all. So we are back. I don't like that kind of pressure. It made me feel like I had to hurry up and rush, and I did not want to do that. So let's get back into it really fast. So you want to make sure that you're monitoring your analytics. If you're not checking your analytics, check and see your posts. How many people are watching? How many views? How many likes did you get? How many shares did you get? Coach T was talking about making shareable content, because this is going to send your content out to other people, right? It's going to expand your reach. And so you want to make sure that you're paying attention to those things, because sometimes certain kinds of content is not hidden on your page, and that's okay, right? It may hit another time, it may hit at a later date, but as for right now, that's not working for you. And then you want to make sure that you do more of the things that are working. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your analytics, you want to look at your insights so you can see what you need to be doing more of, or where you could be using some help at, or things that you need to cut out altogether, right? But definitely check and monitor your analytics and your insights. Let me see. I gotta watch the replay. Okay. Your job keeps bothering you. All right, so Deltra. Okay. Yeah, I saw a lot of people do that. Just say something different or add different music. Absolutely. And make sure you add the trending music. Make sure you add the trending sounds, right? You may want to take something from you did 2 years ago, bring it back, and change it with a trending sound. Because then that may have a different reach. May have a different reach, but you may have a different impact with that video, right? And other people, the new people, didn't see that video, so it is okay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may have missed it. Maybe you posted it and you got followers that's been with you from day one, and they didn't even see the video, and so now you're going to repurpose it. It's okay to repurpose content. 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 Yes? All right, so the next thing is definitely, the last thing I said is to have fun with it. Again, don't overthink it. Don't make it complicated where now you struggling and you hate content. A lot of people will say, I hate content creation. Well, why? Because you're sitting there overthinking your content. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. You have content every single day. No matter what you're doing, it's content. You have, if you whip out your camera to tape it, that's the deciding factor. You may not pull out your camera and tape whatever's going on, but everything is content. Every single thing is content. So have fun. Don't overthink it. If you want to be you want to laugh in your videos, laugh in your videos. You want to share moments with family moments in your videos, and it has something to do with your business, share those things, right? Share sometimes with, make you more real, make you more relatable. And that basically it. So does anybody have any questions about how they're going to do their behind the scenes? Or do you have some clarity about what you're going to do now? Are you thinking about it differently? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. And while you're giving me your thoughts in the chat, don't forget we got the audits going on. So if you're interested in doing an audit, they're $50. We're doing a $50 Friday audit. So and we're going to go over everything. It's not just going to be like what I did on YouTube, where I just looked at your content and we just spoke about what I see in engagement. We're going to do a whole lot more. We're going to go deeper. So if you're interested in getting an audit, send me a DM on Instagram and say audit. And what else? You guys, we are here Monday through Friday. So this is the last day of the week. Don't forget, tomorrow we're not going to go live, but we still have day 5 of the challenge. So I'm going to be keeping track of everybody who's taking part of the challenge. Don't forget, join the community. The community to join is absolutely free. Go to bubblebabesuniversity.com. That's BABEZ, not an S, because I don't know what you're going to see, but a Z. BABEZ University. Click community, join the community. The community is free. You have access to all of the Coffee with Nikki's. You can have that on YouTube too, but you also have my notes. So like these notes are going to go into Coffee with Nikki. So if you wanted to take some information, write it down, maybe you want to expand on something, definitely do that. Just because some people are audible learners, and some people are visual, and so just in case you need to have whatever way you learn, I have it available for y'all, right? So what else I want to tell y'all. We're still going to be talking about building relationships next week, because again, September is all about relationship building. Next week we're going to have Jazz Richards of Black Sunflower. I don't know if you guys seen her before, but she's like everywhere. So she's going to be on, and she is going to be talking about the power of pre-sales next week. You're going to have every single thing. I'm telling you, you're going to have every single thing that you need. I'm pulling out all the stops so that you guys can make sure that you get everything that you need to grow, right? I don't want you to think that, oh, it's just not me. This is not happening for me. I didn't get the proper information. I don't have the proper knowledge. And definitely I'm bringing my people in. I'm bringing my people in to help you get what you need. So next week we're going to have pre-sales, and Jasmine, another person. My people are so good to me. She said that she said there's going to be a lot of information. She does have her own pre-sale class. I think it's only $12.99 in order for you to grab her course. So yeah, she said she's going to give you a whole lot of information, but you guys can, if you want to get a head start. I couldn't think. If you want to get a head start, you can go on over to Black Sunflower Academy, and you can purchase her pre-sale course, or you can follow her on social media. That's BLK Sunflower. And you can go and purchase the not the academy, the pre-sale. Girl, if you don't get it together, get it together. You can purchase the pre-sale course, $12.99. And you can get yourself together before she's here on Thursday. So make sure that y'all ready for that one. It's going to be another fire class. What else do I want to share with y'all? Make sure that y'all take this video out, and I want to share it with everybody, because we're on the road to 100K. We hit 21K yesterday, so let's give ourselves a little. Yesterday while we were on live, I said before we end, so I'm at 21,009 at the time of this. So make sure that you guys go ahead and do what you gotta do. Everybody have an amazing weekend. Again, if you want the audits, DM me the word audit, and we will get that together, and we will go over everything with a fine-tooth comb and get you all together, snatched together like a ponytail. And that is it today. I need to stop saying because it's definitely annoying, because I feel it. I'm feeling it. Everybody have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to y'all on Monday, and I'm definitely going to be checking your social media to make sure that you're on top of day 5. And don't forget, going to the community. If you posted your day, when you do your day 4, post your link to your day 4, and when we get to day 5, post your link on day 5 in the community. Again, we're not going to be on tomorrow, so you want to make sure that you do those things. And that is it, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. Happy weekend.